What's up, basketball fans? SA17 is in the building. This will be NBA 2009-2010 season playoff predictions. This will be the Western Conference. So without further ado, let's get it started. Western Conference is stacked. Okay, it's not a boring conference like the Eastern Conference, but the Eastern Conference is competitive now, and it should be a fun year if you're a basketball fan, let alone an NBA fan. All right, number one seed, not San Antonio Spurs, L.A. Lakers. Excuse me. Why do I say that? They're the defending NBA champions. Oh yeah, they got Kobe Bryant too, and they just signed Ron Artest. Some people think that'd be a huge upgrade over Trevor Ariza. You know, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? They got most of the players back from the championship team. Now, if the Lakers can avert major injuries, not only they're going to the playoffs, that's not even a question. That's without a doubt. Let alone the Western Conference Finals. It can go back to the NBA Finals. San Antonio Spurs at number 2. They went young, and that's good. That's what they need to do. I mean, after last year, and they were old, they were beat up. Tim Duncan was carrying the team. It was time for the Spurs front office to help them out, step up to the plate, get some players, overhaul the rosters a little bit. They got Theo Ratliff, Antonio McDyess, drafted DeJuan Blair in the second round from what I saw. Last but not least, Richard Jefferson. I am not sold on him at all for the simple fact he's nothing more than a dunker. He's going to have to prove to me that he can help out Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, and Tim Duncan, the Spurs' big three. And the Spurs they don't rebuild, they reload. And if I'm not mistaken, the San Antonio Spurs are dangerous. So, to all the basketball fans and so-called experts out there, I'm talking to you, ESPN, please doubt the San Antonio Spurs. Please just do that. They're at their best when you doubt them. So, Tony Parker is the man. Just burning people left and right with his speed. Manu Ginobili, if he's the key. If he stays healthy, the Spurs have a shot. If not, y'all saw what happened last year. So, number 3, definitely the Denver Nuggets. This team ain't no one-year wonder. I have a feeling they're in the playoffs for a very long time, and they'll definitely going to be getting out of the first round a lot more. I mean, Chauncey Billups is the sole reason why that the Denver Nuggets went to not NBA Finals, the Western Conference Finals. I mean, without him, they would be out of the first round. They'll still be stuck with Allen Iverson. J.R. Smith is good if he keep his head on straight. Carmelo Anthony is mature. He's a great player, but not a superstar yet. He's going to have to prove it to me. And they got Ty Lawson, a rookie out of North Carolina. He's going to do some great things. Keep an eye on him. Chris Birdman Anderson, he's just crazy. Crazy. So, Denver Nuggets, they ain't going nowhere. And then number 4, I got Portland Trail Blazers. They're young, talented. They got Andre Miller, and that's great. The tiny problem I have with them is Greg Oden. He's got to stay healthy. If so, everything's all good. If not, it's going to be an ongoing problem. And there's another problem. There are teams out there who are just as good, not if better than them. Like the Lakers, Spurs, Nuggets, not possibly, and Utah Jazz as well. Okay, number 5, Utah Jazz. They've been in the playoffs for so long. You can't doubt them. You just can't. Carlos Boozer, Deron Williams. To tell you the truth, he's a better point guard than Chris Paul. That's just me. The problem with Utah Jazz, they're physical but not a complete team. I mean, you see them trying to beat this LA Lakers, and it hadn't worked. With physicality, it hadn't worked. You have to be on your A game to make sure you take them out of the playoffs, but it ain't happening if you're just nothing but a physical team. And another problem is they just lost games on the road. I mean, inexplicably. So if they can get those two things corrected, they'll be fine. Jerry Sloan, as long as he's there, the Jazz will always be in the playoffs. All right, number 6, definitely Dallas Mavericks. Yeah, Utah Jazz 5. Yeah, Dallas Mavericks number 6. I don't know what to make of them. A couple of years ago, they were a complete team. They were 2 games away from winning it all in the NBA Finals in 2006 against Miami Heat. Next thing you know, Dwayne Wade just basically took those fools to school, and they have never been the same since. I don't know. Yeah, sure, they got Sean Marion. They got him off a free agent. Josh Howard got to keep his head on straight. They re-signed Jason Kidd. They signed Drew Gooden. They still got Dirk Nowitzki, the best player on the team. Jason Terry, 6th man. So they just got to play defense. If they do that and give teams run for their money, it's all good. The sky's the limits for them. If not, it's the same old sort. Yeah, it'll be the same old story for the Dallas Mavericks. So it's now or never for them. It's win the NBA title or bust. Phoenix Suns at number 7. They had Shaquille O'Neal last year, and their run and gun offense took a complete nosedive for the fact he was clogging up the lane 90% of the time, or should I say 95% of the time. I mean, it exposed them that they really stink at defense, and it didn't take a rocket scientist. This year, no Shaquille O'Neal, no problems. They're gonna be doing their thing, just like they've done in the past before Shaquille O'Neal arrived. Unfortunately, age is getting up with Steve Nash, Grant Hill, and they're gonna have to. I have a feeling they're going to be struggling to get in the playoffs, but they will get the number 7 seed. And Mari Stoudemire significantly being wasted in Phoenix. I feel like his talents can be used elsewhere. Number 8. This is a tough one between the Rockets, the Clippers, and the Hornets. I have the Hornets making the playoffs. They signed Mecca Okafor out of, well, it was a trade out of Charlotte to New Orleans for Tyson Chandler. They still got David West. Oh yeah, CP3, Chris Paul. You know him. So the bench, wow, the bench is, they got to give them some help. And they got to prove to people that they can do it again. They got to and get that last year's embarrassing loss to Denver in the first round out of their minds. And with that, I'm out.